morning, Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag market update. Mixed trade across the ag space this morning as the U.S. federal government partial shutdown has now reached 3 full weeks. Soybean complex trying to maintain an upward trend here right now, trading 2 to 3 cents higher in the beans, trying to hold on to overnight strength. Bean oil, that has just turned slightly lower, down 5 to 10 points, while meal is up less than $1. Lower across the board in the feed grains, corn right now, near session lows down 1.5 to 2 cents. Beans 1 to 3 lower across the three classes there. While no official data from the USDA, a Reuters poll suggests that traders and analysts feel that U.S. corn harvest likely has reached about 59%. That below the year-ago pace of 62%. However, that would be above the 5-year average at 57%. Soybean harvest likely to have reached 73%. Ahead of the 5-year average at 72%. However, that would be below last year's record pace for this week at 79%. Winter wheat plantings have likely reached 75%. We had speculative traders, net buyers across the entire ag space again yesterday for a 5th consecutive session. Either a sign the speculative community is gaining confidence the Trump administration will be able to negotiate a trade deal with China, or perhaps becoming increasingly skeptical that the U.S. corn and soybean yields will keep up with the lofty USDA projections from September, perhaps a combination of the both. After yesterday's trade, we have money managers net short just under 100,000 contracts in corn and Chicago wheat, short about 110,000 contracts in the meal, while holding a net long position of about 15,000 contracts in beans and 10,000 in bean oil. Heavy rains this past weekend has slowed the remaining harvest in the central and eastern corn belts. Rains this week will favor the southeast plains and the southwest Midwest. Lighter totals in and around the Great Lakes region, while the northwest Midwest looks to remain mostly dry. Soybean market also might be adding a little bit of weather premium as well. Weekend rains across west central and northern growing areas of Brazil, while fairly widespread, were not as heavy as perhaps hoped for, with conditions turning mostly dry again now through the end of October. While this may help continue or to promote active planting of their bean crops, much more rain will be needed to promote crop development, something to keep an eye on there. D's corn holding above or near its 100-day moving average overnight. That comes in at 421, barely above that at the moment. However, not been able to trade above last week's high at 424 3/4. Next resistance above that is the September high at 431 1/4. Export inspections continue to hold up quite strong, up 61% over a year ago, over the USDA export forecast up only 5%. Fresh 1-month high for Nova beans overnight. Next resistance is the September high. That comes in at 1053. Yesterday's export inspections are a new marketing year high at 54 million bushels, as demand to countries not named China remain quite strong. That said, however, year-to-date inspections at 204 million bushels, still down 31% year over year versus USDA forecast of down 10. The 50-day moving average continues to cap the upside in D's oil. We did see a fresh 1-month high here in D's meal overnight, challenging its 100-day moving average. That resistance comes in at 284.40. New contract low in Minneapolis wheat futures, prices holding just above the yearly low at 545 on the weekly bar chart there. ICARs again raised Russian wheat production up another 0.5 million metric tons, up to 88. USDA is at 85 million metric tons in their September forecast. Ukraine's ag ministry reports their winter wheat crop is 72% planted. Sources indicate up to 4 trading firms have made offers in Jordan's recent 120,000 metric ton wheat tender. No announced purchase just yet. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great day.